Ghana's total population currently stands at 30.8 million. That's according to the preliminary 2021 Population and Housing Census report released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The service is the government statistician, Professor Samuel Kwabena, said females remain the majority of the country's population with 50.7%, while males represent 49.3%. The census revealed that although both the Ashanti and Greater Accra regions recorded 5.4 million persons, the Greater Accra region is marginally the most populous.
That if you take off the conventional structures, which contributed almost 4 out of every 5 structures, the other 20%, leaving out the other category that is focusing on metal containers, wooden structures, and kiosks, we have 1 out of every 5 structures in Ghana being of this nature. That is either a metal container, wooden structure, or a kiosk. While in absolute terms, Greater Accra had the highest number of conventional structures, that is 1.3 million, it represented the least percentage, that is 67.4%, because of the predominance of metal containers in Greater Accra. From the data, we realized that 15% of the structures that we have in Greater Accra are metal containers. So in absolute terms, yes, we had 2.1 million structures in Greater Accra, but we have significant percentage of the 2.1 structures being of metal containers, specifically 15% of that. Moving forward, we also observed that more than half of the kiosks in the entire country are in Greater Accra. Specifically, 51% of the total number of kiosks that we have in the country are located in Greater Accra. Northeast region had the highest percentage of conventional structures, i.e. 95% of the total structures in Northeast region were conventional 2000 and 2010. Between 2000 and 2010, the difference between the number of households was 1 million, and between 2010 and 2021 population housing census, the difference is 2.8 million. Greater Accra region recorded the highest number of households, specifically 1.7 million, followed by Ashanti region, 1.5 million. Northeast region has the least number of households. In the context of average household sizes, we recorded an average household size from the 2021 Population and Housing Census standing at 3.6. This indicates a sharp drop of 1.5 percentage points between the 5.1 that was recorded in the 2010 Population and Housing Census and the 3.6 that is being recorded for 2021 Population and Housing Census. Indeed, the 3.6 that we've recorded for the 2021 Population and Housing Census is the lowest ever since 1960. Regions in southern Ghana recorded the lowest average of household sizes, specifically with Greater Accra recording 3.2 household size. Census indicates that Ghana's population has increased from 24.7 in 2010 to 30.8 from the 2021 Population and Housing Census provisional results. We now turn to the comparability of this figure, which helps us to repose confidence in the number that we've put out there, and as I indicated, ahead of the post-enumeration survey results and ahead of 18th November 2021. We do this at 3 levels: comparison using the U.S. Census Bureau, using the United Nations Population Reference, and from our own population projections based on the 2010 Population and Housing Census. Comparing it across these 3 indicators, we remain within 5% of the population U.S. Census Bureau reference point, that is the 30.8 million that we've recorded as provisional results for the 2021 Population and Housing Census, is within 5% of the U.S. Census Bureau results. And it's within our own population